says, thy desire shall be to thy husband. That the desire meaning your longing, like just like it's the man's longing and desire to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's supposed to be the woman's desire to please her man. The same way when we went off to the Heavenly Father, we got brought down to a lower state. This is our punishment now. Our women have been brought down to a lower state.
This is our longing to the Heavenly Father, to our husband, to our man.
Yeah, you know what's heavy about the prophets, man? Said one, the prophets were there at the beginning. That's the prophets putting that curse on Adam and Eve during that time. Yeah. You know, who told you were naked?
Yeah.
That's heavy, bro. That was prophets, man.
Proverbs 31, 1, the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my bowels. Give not thy strength unto woman.
Hold on. Know why she told him that? Because she spoke against her own species, so to speak. Because she really loved her son. This ain't what our women today are teaching our young men. That there's these women that are walking around getting their honor on Father's Day. They're not teaching their son of the dangers of falling victim to the wiles of women. Okay, to the demonic spirits that women will put on you in reverse, away from your natural manliness. Okay, but they have words like toxic masculinity. The man is supposed to be toxic. I mean, it's supposed to be masculine. And masculinity is not toxic. It's only toxic to those that have a feminine spirit, but envy the masculinity energy.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's toxic against. Because anytime if you let a dyke walk up here, and she gonna feel inferior, no matter how brolic she can beat up bitches and whatever the hell else she got going on, she gonna come up here against a man with real masculinity and feel inferior to these men, as she should as a woman. Okay? That order is coming back in the earth in a very destructive and strong way. And whether you like that order or not, it's gonna have to get back to that. So it's up to you, as this message goes out, that you gotta understand, you're gonna have to honor and reverence these men, especially these fathers. You're gonna have to. Especially the man that honors and reverences the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son.
Man is the connection.
Yep, there you go.
To the Heavenly Father. I mean, she's Yahushai, you know, to the Heavenly Father. Just like that. Right. You use that word connection. It's like a plug in the socket. Yep. Don't nothing happen to that plug going to that socket.
That computer, you use this one a lot too, that computer is all powerful, but not without the power.
Bro, nature in itself tells you there needs to be a positive and a negative.
There you go.
You know? Everything everything that Yahweh Shem Yahushua created is for that purpose. When you look at engineering, when you look at construction, any type of world, deals with what? A balance of positive and negative, exit and an entrance, man. You know? Plumbing, piping, same shit.
Female connection.
Exactly.
Say it.
Yeah.
Female and male connectors.
Yep.
It's that thing and day, bro, on that. That don't even make sense. You know? But you got it, bro.
3 again, just 30. Proverbs 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
So when Samson gave Delilah the answer of how to break him down, that's an analogy for us to use today to not give up our closest secrets that will crush us with these women. Okay? You're supposed to understand, and like I was trying to explain to this guy, you're supposed to understand what her role is when you first understand what your role is. And when you have that, you'll realize she don't have as much power as you think she does. That's why some of the greatest hooks that I've seen come in this truth is men waking up to their role as a man in society and in the family structure. And then realizing the feminine role in society.
I mean, that's what we're gonna have a kingdom, not a queendom, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Because he's gonna rule with
Wisdom.
With wisdom, what's the other word? Logic versus with emotion.
Yep.
You know, that's the difference. Because they say this, and everybody agrees with this. You ask a man what he thinks, what he feels, he's gonna tell you what he thinks. You ask a woman what she thinks, she's gonna tell you how she feels. that's ass backwards. You can't ask somebody that. A man's gonna assess his feelings and then make sound and logical thoughts out of it. You know? Versus the other one just didn't even hear the word think. She's just gonna pour out to you every feeling that she ever had.
Yeah, watch fresh and fit.
Yeah.
Majority of them bitches on here is really bugged out.
Yeah.
It's just really confused.
They drank the Babylonian juice, bro. But like I said, the great equalizer is gonna be this Jacob's trouble when they don't when their backbone that they call 911 for ain't there, when these cuts and sips ain't there, then watch how the society balances back. We're gonna talk about all these strong survive. Watch how this shit really goes down. Name the last movie, and I think Booker Eli had more than any, that women were involved in, you know, dystopian type movies. Those destruction movies. The Road had like 2 women in it, and the first woman walked out in the first 15 minutes.
Bro.
You know?
God.
The Book of Eli, the woman was in a complete subservient position. The one that was talking shit, because she was in a society that was upheld, and her mother held a high position. But as soon as she walked away from that city, it got real. And then home with her.
So something as simple as we mentioned Rich and Pigs. You know, those women, they get on there and they just talk out the side of their neck. The scriptures say a fool utter all his mind. The scriptures also say that a woman have not been given wisdom, neither have they been imparted their
Understanding.
So if you're without understanding, you're what? A fool. So it's something as simple as just discourse, you know, having conversation with somebody. And you just saying whatever comes to your head without any logic. How much more running a whole kingdom?
Whole family structure, society.
Well, you can do that.
And so here's the thing. When you give someone like that a chance to speak and to think for a bigger purpose, some can figure out how to do it, but if they ain't been instructed by someone else how to do it, they're never gonna know. And this was designed by your oppressor on purpose. Okay?
That's why it says in Proverbs, to you, O man, I call.
Yeah.
He's calling men because men have the mental fortitude to be able to even undergo trials, persecution, obstacles. Not to say that women can't bear certain things, but men are stronger, so they're built to fight.
God.
We're hardwired to that, man.
God, the left.
It's part of our nature. So when the Lord calls us, He's calling the men because the men are going to be the ones on the front line. The men are the ones who's fighting on the battleground, so to speak. That's why you don't enlist women into an army unless you make your army weak. It's meant for men. It's meant for mental fortitude, not just physical strength. Part of being a warrior is your mindset.
Yeah, that's where you get your strength. You get it from your mind, your spirit. Yeah, because your spirit energizes your muscles to put things in motion, pick up things, physics.
Yeah, like I can easily get into a woman's head. Once you then cracked her mind, that's it.
When she found, just like Moses, once she found her tail, she found out where her weak point is. You can just play on that, you know, and then now you got it.
That's why the serpent went to Eve first.
Yep.
Exactly.
It would have been a fight with Adam. So he knew he could go to the woman because she's a weaker vessel. Her mind isn't as strong as her male counterpart.
Nor is it meant to be. It's not for its purpose, but it's meant to be only strong for her husband, like against everyone but her husband. You know, like any other man but her husband. That's all.
Yeah, it's like, good.
1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, you husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
It's like, I can't.
Break it down.
Yeah, can you read it again? It's like it.
It's about the wicked vessel.
Yeah, kind.
1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Yeah, understand that a woman's mind is much like a child. You know, they're very malleable and impressionable. So as we seen in the garden, the serpent did it with what? With wickedness. But what? Understanding our role, we're supposed to be it's righteous manipulation in a sense, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you apply it.
Call it inception.
Yeah,
So,
kind.
you plant seeds, you let them feel like they came up with it, but that's okay. The point is, I see the bigger picture that we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
Right, that's why when the kingdom comes, there's going to be a new government. Which that word government means to
Govern is control, mental control.
Because like the elder, I forgot his elder, Bishop Muhammad said, people need to be controlled.
Yeah.
Especially women.
We see what happens when they're not out of control.
People need to be controlled, and women need to be controlled mentally.
Yep.
You know? Well, I would say, hey, we see the results. This is what happens when women are allowed to roam free.
Hey, and let me go back to what I said to that
Somebody
guy.
gets up like 26.
What I said to that guy was also
Yeah.
with the Samson and Delilah situation. When did she catch him in his weakest moment? When he was in pleasure. After she pleasured him. She had him in his weaker state, where his mind was unclear. You know, where he didn't have, but before he was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So then she finally wore him down. That's when a lot of women that's why women hold that moment or that activity as the highest point of what they got.
Hey, when you release sperm, man, that's your energy. You're taken away from it, man. Not a woman can fucking just work on you, man. You know, you see me. Why you at your local?
A quick one, and then
Sirach 9:1. Be not jealous of the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
goes right there. Don't give her the things that are most important to you. You don't give her complete control over those things. Okay? You don't give her complete control. And guess what? The serpent gave her complete control over your greatest commodity, your children. Your offspring. Then he gave her the control over the substance. All the things that you're not supposed to do. And then being weak, you want to play the mind game, but you lose because you don't know where to win at this mind game. Okay, the mind game, you'll always win with Yahweh Shemel Shai. Once you understand how that's supposed to go. You got something in that chapter. I know.
Sirach 26 and verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch living.
Okay.
Going back to what he said.
Yeah, it's plain.
You got to keep her in straightly, man.
Control.
Usually it takes a father to do that. Because it also tells you in the 42nd chapter
You got it right now.
that a father, he loses sleep over
Yeah.
caring for his daughter.
And rightly so.
And Tommy said something else that was cool. He was saying, you wonder why daughters, when they get around in their teens, that they rather stay with their mothers than with their fathers? Because a father's gonna fight hard to keep it from
being a hoe.
But a mother, she won't have any issue with that because she's too busy having her own life.
Yeah.
So she's not really gonna be. It's a bigger chance that your daughter's gonna be found with child in her mother's house without her father or a father figure versus her being in her father's house.
Right.
She's gonna have
Fear.
Fear.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen instances where the mom and the daughter fighting over the same nigga.
Yeah.
And the daughter like 15.
Yeah.
So they act like in the back of what you said, the mom, she don't care. Because obviously she's not with her daughter's father. So either she got a new husband, getting all her attention or looking for a new one. So the mom is that's why
she'll be in competition with her daughter. Because her daughter is a youthful version of herself. So she know that her daughter is going to be the more desirable one. So to protect her ego and her insecurity, she'll allow her daughter to roam them streets so that she can feel secure at home.
Yeah.
And I'll say that from
Experience.
firsthand witnessing this type of thing. Because my own woman, she has a younger sister. When her younger sister was living with their mother, and her mother was dealing with a dude who was like a good 15 years younger than she is. And she had insecurities and was always accusing him of trying to mess with her younger daughter, the little sister.
Right.